welcome to the second edition of the Talking Tuesdays commentary. I am DekingRenegade, aka Mariano.
And I'm Stephen Ellis, no one famous.
And our topic today is going to be looking a little bit back at the past. Just talking about NHL games in the past. Which ones we like are the best. So I'm going to start it off by saying the top 5.
Let's go with number 5 first.
So number 5, NHL 2001.
Yeah, so 01. Remember the first time we played that together? You were Pittsburgh and I want to say St. Louis.
It wasn't.
And the first time we noticed that we could body check people to the point where they backflip was so awesome.
So truthfully,
look at that.
Let's go. But yeah, the thing about that game, it wasn't a dangle fest. It wasn't a shot fest.
It was a hit fest.
To me, it was a laugh fest.
Oh yeah,
I would just laugh every time. I mean, my favorite part about the game, definitely not the music. I don't know any songs in the game.
It was like do 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 do.
Yeah,
creative
get to that later. But yeah, what I love the best is what's already been mentioned. When you hit someone, you can do backflips. You can do spirals, front flips. It sounds like a hurricane is being made when the hit is made. Every slap shot sounds like a hurricane. There's a focus mode when you go for a breakaway.
That's NHL 2, actually.
Oh, okay.
That was really stupid.
That was stupid. It distracts you. You can't score. It's really dumb. Yes.
Oh yeah, so that one was good. And the one thing I know I didn't like was I think every player was a left-handed guy. Didn't matter if you were right-handed or not. Remember J.S. O'Ban on Pittsburgh having wrong hand glove like that?
I hated that. They really should pay more attention to that. I mean, even in NHL 07, like, I'm sick and tired.
How about NHL 14? They still make mistakes.
Like Andre Mazaros is not a righty. I'm picky about that. All right, let me tell you that from now. I'm picky about that. Get it right.
All right. How about our other great game we had a lot of fun with?
Number 4, NHL 09. And for this one, it's not gonna be more about the Xbox 360, PS3 moments. No, more like the PlayStation 2, but mainly the PC moments. So many good ones.
Yeah, okay, so back when, a couple years ago, actually that would have been last year, I want to say, I modded my game for NHL 9 because it's got a huge modding community. And we modded it so it is with international teams. And we were South Korea, and we were playing in basically a tournament with, like, Iraq, basically like Narnia, like not really Narnia, but like really random countries that aren't very good at hockey. And we went out in there and scoring. Mariano on his Twitter account at the time was DNicola17, now it's DekingRenegade. He literally live tweeted every South Korea game.
Yeah, take a look at some of my former tweets. There's lots of them that say like Minho Cho's scores. It's now 8-0 for South Korea. The reason or North Korea, I don't know which Korea. I'm sorry, but
yeah, it was South Korea.
A couple reasons I did it. Number 1, I had lots of spare time. The class I had was photography. It was a gong show class. And number 2, it was fun and funny as hell. And I just absolutely loved it. NHL 09. I mean, think about it. You're playing with South Korea and Bosnia. You can't do that in any other game.
So that was good. The customization was one of my favorite parts of it. A lot of people don't like the game for whatever reason. But the PC version, other than the fact you customized it, wasn't that special. Mostly because you could also customize other games. And then, wow, that was a nice move. And then, what else? Oh, the 09 for PC, or sorry, PS3 and Xbox had the new physics. Like, it's now the modern stuff you see today. And that was pretty a legendary game.
Yeah, I remember that from back in the day. So, and one last thing about NHL 09, it's for PC, so I felt like I could play it anywhere. I didn't always have to rush home and play my NHL 09. I had a laptop.
It's not like anybody would want to play a South Korea anyways.
You could play at school, play anywhere. So, yep, that wraps it up for NHL 09. So coming into number 3 in our countdown, it's by far one of my favorite games, surprisingly for the Deeks, NHL 06.
Yeah, for a Deking guy like you, Deking Renegade, makes sense that you would like a game like that.
Yeah, because it was the only game where you could do superstar moves with what I believe was called the skill stick. It was very easy to pull them off. You just simply take the right joystick / analog stick and move it in any single direction, and it'll do a certain move. My favorite one is probably flick it out of the air, like bat it out of midair, but it was also through the legs. There was spinorama, toe drag, there was another one, lacrosse. So
lacrosse goal was hard to do.
That was definitely one of my favorites for that, and this is also the game where the good music was being implemented as well.
Oh, yes.
That's a thing for me in NHL. I love
Avenged
the
Sevenfold, Bullet for Valentine.
that was a great song.
Really talented. Like, some good bands there.
Yeah, Red Flag, great song.
But do you know what I also love about the game? I don't know if I ever told you this, but I played the best game I've ever played in that game ever. I was the World All-Stars, and I faced Japan, and a really high-quality matchup. And I won 493-0. And that game, I want to see, but I can't imagine there's many games that are higher than that in a video game. So,
oh, definitely not. The game was definitely fun. Also, it seemed like it was like one of the first games where
it was fun.
Well, yeah, but like where the goalies were more active. Like
but remember how you would just like deke in front of the goalie and the goalie would just fall down? It's like okay.
Oh, the goalies were insane that game. I should definitely mention that every shot you take for a rebound, he stacks the pads. It's like it's funny and it actually works, but realistically, you'll see the goalie stack the pads like very rarely. And in that game, it was insane. I was taking 50 shots a game and only scoring like 2 goals. So the goaltenders were incredible.
If you care about, because we were talking about random teams, Mongolia won their first ever hockey game today. Thanks
for the update.
Yeah, see, that's what I do, guys. Hockey.net. But that game was great. A little too easy, I'd find, though. But that was also the first time I could play as HC DeVos, which was, as many people remember, or may know, that's like one of my favorite teams. I actually have an HC DeVos Spangler Cup jersey. And Jonas Hiller was amazing. Rito Von Arx could be stopped.
All right. That wraps it up for NHL 06. Moving on to number 2 on our list. This is an older game. It was the first NHL game I ever played that ever got me started. Didn't really do too many deeks in this one, should be told.
Because there wasn't a whole lot to deeks to be done.
Exactly, but it was still, bottom line, awesome. NHL 2004. And this seemed like, it was like that one game of NHL that seemed so much different than the others. It felt like the physics of the game were a lot different. As you notice, they changed in NHL 06, and it stayed that way until 09, but 04's physics were spectacular. I love the hitting, I love the fighting, the bruise control. Goaltenders were fairly good and realistic.
Oh, goaltending were amazing, and the fact was, I had multiple times where I got hat tricks of goaltenders. Like, it literally was so easy to score for goalies because they passed like directly in front, and it was pretty easy.
Exactly.
Oh, but 04, again, customization. The PC community for that is huge. Now it has dwindled down in the last couple of years, but again, 10 years ago that game came out, so makes sense that it start to eventually slow down.
Yeah, happy 10-year anniversary. Also, it was the first and only game to ever have 2 different people on the cover.
Oh yeah,
besides 2K6.
I have 4 versions of the game, and I have different both covers. So.
That's actually really funny.
Then after that, they started doing all these European covers. And
just like NHL 06, guys, the music was absolutely amazing.
Oh.
Alien Ant Farm.
Bowling for Soup.
God. Bowling for Soup. Avenged Sevenfold. These were spectacular bands. Chapter 4. I got a song from that game, and I made a montage.
Chapter 4. Oh, look at that.
So...
But yeah, that was a great game. Customization was great.
Right, so
updated rosters.
All right, so just a little summary. We've got at the number 5 position, we've got NHL 01, funny hitting, NHL 09 at number 4 for mods and funny NHL teams. At the number 3, NHL 06 for the deking and music. NHL 04 at number 2 for the physics. And finally, the game to talk about at the number 1 spot, which
NHL 1991.
No. This game to me had everything. NHL 11.
Yeah, we talked about that in the last episode, that it was probably the most well-rounded game ever for NHL.
I absolutely love it. So much to talk about, so little time. The hitting in the game, I loved it. Just the hits, they were realistic, they were big, they were different. The music is outstanding. I've downloaded every song from that game, still listen to it today. The deking and skating system worked very well. Back, the hybrid spin was in that game. The flick was in that game, but no one knew about it until NHL 13, so you couldn't really do it. But yeah, so the deking was insanely improved from 10 to 11. Like, deking definitely got off to a way better flick.
Passing too. Passing wasn't 100% accurate.
In 11.
Oh, jeez, I almost scored my own.
As well, as well, the goaltenders were really good in that game. I mean, the AI system was spectacular.
You can still do the pass across the crease and score, though.
Yep. And, alright, that's all
But
we have.
that was a good goal, a good game. I really enjoyed that one, actually. So.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. And that is all we have for today. Those are the 5 greatest NHL games that we believe deserve to be in the top 5 of all time. I am Mariano Di Nicola, aka DekingRenegade.
I'm Steven Ellis from the Hockey House. Follow me on Twitter, Steven Ellis NHL.
And we will see you next